I've just arrived in Blackpool and I'm about to spend 24 hours here with only £50, and that's to pay for my food, my travel around the town and entertainment. So is that enough to see the sights and have a good time in Blackpool, or will I run out of money and be stranded here? Let's go explore Blackpool and find out. Now, for those of you not familiar with Blackpool, Blackpool is a town on the west coast of the UK. It's famous for its tower, the Blackpool Tower, which is basically a mini version of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And hopefully I'll be going up there a little bit later on today, if it's not too expensive. I'm not sure how much it is, but hopefully it's within my budget. It's also famous for its beaches and pier, which I'm at right now, and I'll be checking out later on today as well. But the first place I'm going to be checking out is called Stanley Park. It's on TripAdvisor's top 10 places to visit in Blackpool, and it's grade 2 listed. And I think that means, well, I'm not too sure what exactly that means, but I think it's protected by the council or the government from people making any sort of changes to it, like turning it into a car park or a shopping centre. So let's go see what makes it so special. It's a bit of a long walk from the beach, about 25 minutes. So I've made it now to Stanley Park. Let's go in and check it out. So it's actually pretty calm and relaxing here, as opposed to the seaside beach area where there's all the music from the hustle and bustle of the people and the shops and arcades. There's a big fountain up behind me, loads of flowers. It's a pretty chilled out place to be. The flowers are well groomed here. I think that's the right word to use anyway. There's a word that describes what gardeners do, but I can't quite remember it right now. But let's just say this place is well gardened. I think there's a big lake around here as well, which you can rent boats and paddle out into the middle. Let's go check it out and see how much that costs. So I've made it out to the lake area, but there doesn't seem to be any boats out here that you can rent. Maybe the season's over for that. But it's still pretty good to check out though. Check this out, I found this cool little amphitheatre type place. You've got these steps here which I imagine people will sit on, and then there's a performance area right in the middle, just behind me there. I'm not sure if performances still go on. It's also a little cafe as well, in case if you want to stop by for an ice cream or a coffee and a drink. So it's about lunchtime now, and I think it's about time to spend the first bit of my budget, and that's on lunch. And when you're at the seaside in the UK, there's only one meal to have, and that's fish and chips. There's only one place to have it, and that's by the beach. So let's go get some fish and chips by the beach. Right, so I've made it back down to the beachfront, and there's quite a few different fish and chip places around to choose from. So let's go find a good one at a good price. Right, so this is the place I want to go to. It's called Lily's Fish and Chips, and it's got great reviews. Let's go in. I now have my fish and chips, so let's find a good spot on the beach to eat it. Right, there's not much seating out here, so I'm just propped up on a wall. But let's try a chip. These chips are amazing. There's something about fish and chips by the sea that just makes it taste so much better. Right, and let's try a bit of the fish. So the batter is crispy and light on the outside. The fish is succulent and juicy and soft. It's some of the best fish and chips I've had to date. I think this has got to be some of the juiciest fish I've ever had. It's so soft and succulent. So I got the fish and chips with a bottle of water, and it came to £9.20. The seagulls are going a bit crazy for a bit of fish and chips though. Check this out. He's a pretty brave one. Right, that's fish and chips done, and that was delicious. I'd definitely recommend that place, Lily's Fish and Chips in Blackpool. Check it out. Right, I think it's about time I see if I can head up the Blackpool Tower. Right behind me, just there. The fish and chips was £9.20, so I still have £40.80 left. So let's go see how much it is. It costs £16.50 to go to the top, and I bought a ticket. and I've made it to the top. I'm scared of heights, so this is pretty scary, and it doesn't help that it's a windy day either. I think it's time to go back down. And I've made it back downstairs in one piece. So that was a pretty cool experience. If you're scared of heights like me, it's a little bit scary, but if you don't mind them, I think it's pretty cool. And for £16.50, I think that's a great price. Okay, so I'm £16.50 down from the tower, and then I'm £9.20 down from the fish and chips, which leaves me with £24.30. And I think that's enough for an ice cream and a walk along the beach. Right, I got my ice cream, and this was £3. So that was a great ice cream, but a bit on the expensive side though. So I'm another £3 down, which leaves me with £21.30 left. And with that, I need to get my dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow. And who knows, if we have a bit left, we'll see what else we can do. I've just walked a bit further out onto the beach, and it actually goes out really far when the tide goes out, because I was here in the morning and the sea was right up close to the shore over there. But have a look how far out you can come. And it goes even further. Okay, so I think it's about time to check in to my hotel, and let me tell you, I got a pretty good deal for this hotel. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it yet, but we'll go in, I'll do a room tour, and then you can decide if it's worth it or not, and I'll tell you the price then. The hotel's called the Savoy in Blackpool, and I don't think it has any connection with the Savoy in London, because that's a really high up luxury place, and this is not. Let's make our way over there. Just passing under one of the piers. I'll be checking some of those out tomorrow. I'm just on the way to the hotel, and I've passed a couple of these big, unique, interesting structures behind me. And these just lead to the path above. But what a creative way to get from here to the top. Right, here we are, the Savoy Blackpool. Let's go in and check it out. Right, I've got my room key. Let's go find my room. I'm in number 347. Here it is. Right, here we are. I'm in my room. And it looks pretty good, pretty decent. Let me give you a tour of it and I'll tell you how much I paid. Right, so let me give you the room tour. So we have a nice double bed with folded towels and a red cushion. We have a table and desk to the side with a kettle and tea and coffee making facilities right there, with a mirror and a TV. Got a bedside table slash drawers. We have a wardrobe. Let's see what's inside the wardrobe. Okay, so we have some coat hangers, we have a foldy out table, I think an extra pillow, an iron, and an ironing board. Moving on, we've got a picture of an elephant, and then let's go into the bathroom. Pretty decent sized bathroom. Let's check out the view outside. Okay, so there is no view. But this room only cost me £34, which I think is a pretty cheap price. So do you think that's good value or not? Leave a comment below. And I just want to add also, the cost of this hotel room was not included in the £50 budget. This was a prepaid expense along with the travel to get here. Right, I'm just heading out to dinner, and the inside of this hotel, it looks quite fancy. Let me check out this staircase. It goes all the way down. I think you can tell, maybe a long time ago, it used to be a pretty fancy hotel, going by the fixtures and fittings, the staircases. Okay, so I've got £21.30 left, and I found this nice little restaurant that's highly rated and it's well priced too. So let's go check it out. Okay, I'm in a more residential area of Blackpool now where the restaurant is. I'm not 100% on the prices, but I think I should have enough. Right, change of plan. I did want to go here to Ciao Ciao Italian restaurant for a pizza, but it's closed. So let's go find somewhere else. So I've had a look, and all the closest places to me are takeaways. There are restaurants, but they're a little bit further away, and I'm all walked out for today. Right, I think I'm just gonna head to the closest takeaway and eat back at the hotel. Okay, so I'm back at the hotel now, and I ended up going for a chicken and rice, a piri-piri chicken and rice with a bottle of water. And this came to £7. Let's give it a taste. It's okay, but I probably wouldn't get it again. Right, that leaves me with £14.30 left for tomorrow. So I'm going to finish this up, or maybe not, and I'll let you know what my stay is like here tomorrow morning. So it's the next morning, and what was my stay like at the Savoy Blackpool? Well, I'd say it's pretty decent. I mean, for £34, what can you expect? I mean, it looked pretty good on the surface, but when you went into the detail, you could spot little bits of parts of the room that weren't so great. Like there were stains on some of the walls, and some random pipes in the room, and everywhere you walked in the room, the carpet or the floor would creak. But for the price I paid, I think it's acceptable. Right, so we're on day 2, and I still have £14.30 left. So let's go get some breakfast. Right, let's check out this place behind me, Promenade Cafe. So that was a well-needed breakfast. I didn't eat that much of the takeaway last night, so that breakfast was delicious. It cost £7.25. You got sausage, bacon, eggs, beans, mushrooms, and fried bread, which I don't normally have with breakfast, but it was delicious. And I got a pot of tea on the side as well. So well worth checking out that place. So Promenade Cafe in Blackpool. Check it out. Okay, so by my calculations, I have £7.05 left. I only have a few hours left in Blackpool as well. So, what can you do for £7 in Blackpool? Let's go check out the piers. So this is the first pier that I'll be checking out behind me. It's called the North Pier. So there doesn't seem to be that much on this one. Just a few sort of rides and amusements. But let's go all the way to the end and check it out. Yep, so not really that much going on this one. A lot of the places are closed. There's a few cafes. Let's go check out the Central Pier, which is just that one there. You can actually get married here by the sea. There are these really giant big things that sway in the wind. I'm not really sure what they are, but they look like a giant leaf on a stick. Right, I've just come up to the Central Pier, and there looks to be a few more attractions on this one. A big Ferris wheel. Let's go check it out. There's a lot more rides on this pier, but most of them are closed. I think it's because I'm too early, but it is about 10 o'clock right now. Is it just me, or is it a little bit scary walking along the pier when there's gaps in the floor and you can see straight through to the sea? Making me a little bit nervous. Right, I've pretty much reached the furthest point of this one, and there's not really much to do. So let's go check out the last pier, which is just there, the South Pier. Things don't seem to open that early in Blackpool. I mean, it's about 10:30 and most of the shops are closed. It's quite nice coming out to the seaside. Makes a nice change from being in the city. How close can I get without getting wet? Pretty close. Right, I've reached the final pier, the South Pier. Let's go check this one out. So not too much on the South Pier to do either. Pretty much the same as the others. Rides and cafes. There is the Pleasure Beach right behind me too, with big roller coasters that I haven't checked out, but maybe next time. There is one thing I haven't done yet, which I definitely need to do, and I think I have enough money. So let's go do it. Donuts. And you can only really get these at the seaside for some reason. But these are my favourite donuts, especially when they're freshly made like this. So they're crisp on the outside, soft in the middle with a sugary outside coating. I still have £3.50 left, but it's the end of my 24 hours in Blackpool. Where should I go next for my next 24 hours, and what should be on my budget? Comment below. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon. If you want to come along for the next journey, click on subscribe. It's a goodbye from a rainy Blackpool, and I'll see you in the next video.